Welcome to another episode on Moose's Euro E36 M3. Today we're going to try to fit this magnificent specimen into this tiny little car. I'm not sure everyone thinks of E36s as being small cars, but I guess by modern standards they are kind of small, aren't they?
Probably about the size of a 5th or 6th gen Civic.
Yeah. And you're bigger than a 5th or 6th gen Civic, so it's an interesting match, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is snug. I mean, this is a sunroof car like most M3s, so I give up an extra 1.5 inches of headroom because of that.
And right now your head is pretty close to the...
I'm kissing.
You're kissing.
Yeah. Which means when I'm on the track with my helmet, I have to go gangsta lean with the seat just to clear, so...
Or neck over to one side.
Which, either way, is not particularly a great way of going.
So you have a plan to fix this problem, do you?
Yeah! The seat, well, it sits up really high. It's one of the German multi-adjustable 6-way Vaders. It takes up a lot of room. So my plan is to get a bucket in here, drop it to the floor, steering wheel with a deep dish steering wheel to bring the steering wheel back so I can get the down and back to get clearance and headroom and comfort.
So I guess step one is remove the old Vader, huh?
Yep, it's a big old beast with all the adjustments and stuff, so...
They're pretty seats though, aren't they?
They're good looking seats, they're pretty comfortable. I like all the adjustability with, you know, all the... I mean, it's a great seat, but they do sit you fairly high, and they're pretty heavy. Oh
wow, she's a beast, eh?
Yep, got some weight.
Alright, so obviously the passenger seat's just going to stay in there because...
Yeah, I don't care about my passengers.
Nor should you. We don't have a scale here, but this thing has got to weigh 70 to 80 pounds. It is a brick. So you're going to save a ton of weight with the Momo seat that you've got going in there.
Has to compensate for this.
Yes, there is some compensation required.
Yes. I did a bit of research on what I wanted to go with for seat rails. I didn't want to go with a traditional, like a Momo base plus slider, because I would have gained a whole bunch more height. So I want to get the seats down as low as possible to give myself as headroom. So there's two broad ways of doing it. There's some really, really nice adapter plates, the billet aluminum adapter plates that bolt in place, and they give you a bolt pattern to put on a set of side rails too.
Oh, like the VAC ones?
Like the VAC ones. There's a bunch of people who make these. They're super, super nice billet plates. The problem is, one, they add an extra ½ inch. Two, they're really bloody expensive.
Yeah.
They really are. I mean, they're $200-300 US plus the side rails, so it gets up to $300 to $400 by the time you get them shipped here. So I did some research and I found these, and these are by a company called Brey Krause, and they make all kinds of rails and adapters and stuff for European cars. And what's nice about these ones, as you can see here, they're already set up. Sorry, the wrong way around. Built-in offset.
Yeah.
So that to move everything over, so when they drop in, they're offsetting the seat inboard, which is what you want.
Right. And what seat did you go with?
This seat is a Momo Daytona XL. It's used. I bought it from a really good friend of ours, Bovey, of Target Truck fame.
Oh, okay, Mark, yeah.
So when Mark decided to change up his insane C10,
yes.
He was selling off some of the parts, so I grabbed this. So
I'm surprised he would be needing an XL seat because he's such a
well, this was for his co-driver.
Oh, that's Miles' seat. That makes more sense. Yes.
But the reality is it's for if you're doing co-driver changes, you better go with a slightly larger seat. You can always foam to fit.
Yeah.
But it's a FIA rated. It's actually a containment seat.
Yeah, it's got the nice Halo
setup. It also is hands compatible, so it has sort of clicked off all the boxes. For a street setup, this is not the best. But I'm only using it when I go to the track.
Right. Yeah, I want to see you fit in this thing, Moose. It's going to be the highlight of the episode. Let's wait till the end.
Well,
Let's not give away the fitment too early.
So I've got the thing, everything snugged down, but I'm not going to tighten it down completely. I want to keep it a little bit loose because that makes it easier to fit basically a fixed rail into a fixed seat mount. Gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Once I got it mounted down, I come in with my Allen key, my little L-shaped Allen key, and snug these down. A couple neat little features is, again, the design. The little tab here is a locating tab for the mount, so it helps keep the seatbelt mount in position. And other great features, these holes here are mounting bolt holes for a sub bar, so a bar for the sub strap, and a 5-point.
Yeah.
And these two holes here for an accessory fire extinguisher bracket going across the front.
Clever. We should say that these parts are not sponsored. This is not an ad Moose paid with his money for these parts.
Like cold, hard cash.
That's right, but we like parts that fit, and so far this Brey Krause stuff is looking real good.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. So it's so
The real
far it's
test
good.
though is to see how it fits in the car. Mounting seats is fun and easy, right, Moose?
Yeah, they just bolt right in.
No problem.
It's not a small car with a big seat and a big person. No, it just drops in.
But really, what's going on in here?
Well, the brackets, the way they're designed to get the seat far over this way, they shape this way and this way, which is
Right.
easy because you can bolt them down here, but the brackets you need back here are under the seat.
Right.
Really hard to get a bolt under the seat into a hole and bolt it down.
Right.
So I was struggling, what do I do? And it just sort of occurred to me, if I unbolt the front mount,
Yep. Tilt seat.
I get a tilt seat.
Look at that.
I can get in there,
So clever.
get to the rear bolt, and done.
Time for the highlight of this episode. Moose trying to crawl into here. Let's see this. Bring it on. It looks like a tight fit, Moose.
It is.
Oh my god. Wow. So you're in.
I think I can go back a bit further. I'm clutch full in.
You still got a lot of bend in your leg.
Fit of bend.
And what about headroom?
Headroom, I've got 1.5 inches.
And you had none inches before.
Yeah, and
So
that's
that's-
actually with the back of the seat up a little bit.
So you're gonna tilt it back a bit?
I don't know. I had a bit of a clearance issue with the bolt for the seat belt.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to leave it the way it is, just shift everything back a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little too far forward. Okay, well let's see what it's like getting out of this, Moose.
Yeah.
This could be even more entertaining than getting in.
Ah!
It's like the M3 just gave birth.
Yes. To this.
You are so beautiful to me.
All right, so I just moved the seat back 2 sets of holes, which was about 1.5 inches approximately, and foot all the way down on the clutch, and I've got a slight bit of bend, which is about right. I'm a little bit of a stretch on shifter, but it's not bad. Maybe that can be fixed with a CAE or CAE shifter.
Oh yeah, those are beautiful.
They're beautiful schnickety schnick shifters.
Yeah.
They bring them up and back, so that might help. The only challenge now is steering wheel position.
Yeah.
The general fitment is you want your wrist is right here sitting on top of the steering wheel.
Yes.
It's not.
No,
So
you're way
I'm
off.
probably 2 inches away.
Yeah.
But maybe we can fix that to get the steering wheel closer to me. Because I want the steering wheel somewhat close so I can do full crossover without having to stretch out.
From one comfortable job to another, eh, Moose?
Yeah. Ain't nothing like working under a dash.
The manual showed you where all your...
No, it kind of told you where they were, but didn't really show you.
Oh, and was it in German or English?
It was in English, but
Do you want to hit it with a hammer? Just
yeah.
use a pry bar, maybe?
Yeah, just pry bar until it gives.
Yeah, exactly. Spray some liquid wrench on there. I got all the bright ideas.
Yeah, maybe bring out the torch. I think we need to heat it up.
Oh, heat, that's important. Yeah, the plastics love heat.
Yeah, it really releases it.
Yeah. Pro tips from the Moose and Dave, everybody. If the airbag deploys and murders me and or Moose, you know what? That'll probably be our most viewed video, so we'll still publish it. All right, you got it out?
Yeah, just a quick little pop, pry. So,
Now you gotta get that nut out of there, or bolt out of there by the look of it. There she goes. And there's a wiggle.
all right, so this is the Momo hub. It's got the contact ring in the back here for the horn button, which is a spring-loaded copper contact which rides in the back of this. The main thing here, and obviously it's splined and has the same tab fitting that the OE steering wheel has, which sits up against here. Time to get the hub bolted down. And a little daka.
Have we mentioned what the steering wheel is yet, Moose?
We have not, actually.
All right, what is this thing?
This is a really, really nice deep dish from a local company called Project Feint, or Feint.
Feint, yeah?
Feint. I mean, it's not a Momo or a
OMP.
OMP. The quality is not quite there, but for the money, it's a really, really good deal for the money. It's about half the price of an OMP. And again, I picked it up used, keeping trying to keep costs down.
Look, everybody, Ken Wagon's here. One of his lesser-known skills is his penmanship.
It's my moose caricature.
That is a very impressive Euro-spec E36 M3 you've drawn there. I don't know though, Moose is...
I try to get the googly crazy
you gotta
eyes
get the
happening.
crazy eyes going, that's right. And you need a bigger, more aggressive goatee on there. Yes, a big aggressive goatee. Yes. Flop that goatee right down on the windscreen. Now we're talking. Yeah, there you go. Nice job. If you guys need a cartoon drawn, now you know who to come to. Look at that, everyone. The Moose is dialed.
Yeah,
How do you like it?
it's good. You know something? Sitting in my seat, I'm like just about perfect.
Yeah?
It's a slightly smaller wheel. It's
You've got good room for your legs for
oh yeah.
heel
I mean,
and
I
toe
can.
action.
I'm not banging it when I'm
Nothing
rolling.
on the underside of the wheel, which is nice.
And I can roll my foot onto for heel and toe.
Yeah, no, your sitting position looks good. Looks DTM spec.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm super stoked about this.
Yeah. And you even managed to fit a Momo horn button on there. Does it work? It works. So is that a wrap then, Moose?
I'd say so. I mean, it's 95% wrap. The seat's in. It's working really well. Fitment's good. I've gained that much headroom.
The 3-finger test? Yeah.
Actually, it's a 4-finger in this
you're
case.
4 fingers now. Wow.
Yeah, because I dropped the rear. I did a little bit more tweaking.
Okay.
So I'm super stoked about that. I mean, I've got headroom now. I can wear my helmet and I'm not banging around.
Let's call it a win.
Call it a win.
Moose is apparently a larger man than me because I am really low. I've got the full fist and a half up here, tons of headroom. Is the column adjustable?
Yes, it is.
So I can get the steering wheel down lower, which I would need because right now it's too high. And actually maybe a little bit too far away. I can get the clutch down, but I'll probably have to get some foam wedged in behind me to really get in a better driving position when I drive this car, which will happen soon. We have some suspension tuning to do. We've got a Make It Loud episode where we're going to throw an exhaust and an intake on this thing. So we got lots more Euro E36 M3 tuning coming at you soonish. This summer. It's going to happen this summer. So give us a thumbs up if you want to see more of Moose and his Euro-spec E36 M3. Even consider hit the subscribe button. I think Moose would really be appreciative if you were to hit that subscribe button. And you could even go and buy a hat or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt from speedacademy.shop. All of this makes Moose happy, and I think really on the internet that should be our primary objective, everyone. Make Moose happy. Look at the glistening essence of Moose, everyone. It's oozing from his face. Even his arms are glowing while he uses this confusing apparatus known as a shop manual. Something people in the 21st century don't really know about. But
Well, especially paper ones.
we're old enough to appreciate a good old-fashioned paper shop manual, aren't we?